Welcome back to this third and final hour of Hereticus. And so our dear acolytes have broken into a flat run toward the abbess's quarters to see if they can find some alternate way into the cathedral. So, and you asked this Sister Umia to stay on the line. And while you're running, Sister Francesca, you can hear her rather ragged breathing.
Yes.
There's no question that she's in a rough place.
Yeah.
And you reach the abbess's quarters. I want to say that she's of Ordo Dialogus.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And you begin to search, and she does have a cogitator. It's not state of the art, but it is there.
It is there.
And you are able to fire it up.
Yeah.
You press the appropriate runes,
Mm-hmm.
and it fires up. There's the amber logo of the order Dialogus, and you're asked to enter an identification number.
Well, they get my personal, codes. It's probably not the right one, but it might let me some kind of, not her private stuff.
Yeah, I think it's certainly enough for you to get into like you said, the public section of the cogitator of
Yes.
this data bank.
Yes.
And
Well, that's enough to get us in. Then it's a matter of hacking your way further in.
yes.
And I think at this point, Francesca simply looks at Medea and says, "Can you get us into her personal files where we might find something while the rest of us look for trapdoors or anything secret, that might be an underground passage or something of the sort?"
I can try, but you realize I have no idea what I do half of the time.
Well, you're still the one we have who's, you're probably the one who's most skilled with tech of all of us.
Okay, I'll press the thingamabob and do the thingamadeep.
That is largely what you do. You pray to the God Emperor that what you do is correct, and you start
She
hitting
can't
some
actually
buttons.
read, so she has no fucking clue what it is she's pressing.
No, in that case, I mean, she can get a translator
Well,
if you want.
Well, she did get Francesca to
That's
teach her
true.
to read a little on the
Yeah,
way
I
there.
mean, they had a whole
I haven't
year.
taken the actual skill.
No.
Let's try.
Yep.
Do I get any minuses or pluses?
Nope.
Oh,
God damn
Okay.
it.
So you
I'm
sit
not
there.
trying it.
Okay.
Ah,
Fuck you!
this
So-
is the same as Stefano doing it all over again.
yeah, but she can continue to keep trying, for goodness sakes, while the rest of us look, as long
Well,
as
so-
we're locked out.
So there is a problem, and Medean realizes this. So does Sister Francesca if she's standing by the cogitator as well. The
Yes.
cogitator announces that she has 2 more attempts, and
Yeah.
if the third attempt fails,
Yes.
the Abbey's defense systems will be activated.
Come online. So wait, use one more attempt and that's it. But before you do that, she goes back on the she goes back on the line with the sister on underground and says, "We have found a cogitator in the abbess's quarters. It is coded. Is there anything that she was particularly fond of? Anything that had particular relevance to her?"
The Emperor. Duh.
Well,
There's no response. And then there is a response.
Oh, right.
There are these moments of silence,
Yes.
infuriating long moments of silence, I imagine, for
Yes.
Sister Francesca.
Hell yes.
And then she hears the voice. They're here. We thought they left. They're here. And then, Sister Francesca, you hear this scream. It's not of pain. It's not of horror, but it's one of ecstasy.
Yeah.
And then there is another scream. This one is definitely of pain. And more following it. And then everything goes quiet.
All right.
Huh.
Try again. I believe they're dead.
If the Cenas
Then-
managed to enter, then there is a secret passage.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe we should have stayed. Oh well.
Please try again.
Nope.
Fine. Leave it there. We must see if there is a secret passage. I believe that Achelon's, Tim's rationale is correct.
Now that you mention Achelon, can't you use your powers to find it?
No. My abilities aren't even within that field, and besides, I can't simply detect inanimate objects.
Ah,
I think this is one of the cases where we just use our eyes, Tim.
I think so.
I don't think Tim even acknowledges Medea.
Eyes and possibly auspexes and your goggles, because there might be if there is like a trapdoor or some kind of blinded entrance, there might be a temperature difference.
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. So what I need from you guys is either a search test, which is a basic skill. It runs on perception, or tech use if you use Auspex or any technological device to search for any alternate ways down into the vaults.
Tech use then, definitely. Still better than the other.
It should be said.
Yeah.
Both are at -20.
Yeah, well, in that case, I can't even use search.
Yeah, you're searching for something the Sisters of Battle don't want people to find.
No, I know.
I shall give it a try.
Okay.
I only have perception, no search.
No, but you do have tech use.
Yeah, with the way that has been going.
It's all you've got,
it
you might
is-
as well use
You've
it.
managed to
It is
couple
a
of-
full one.
41 is easier than 18. I
Yes.
get that, but
Yeah.
still.
My
Whoa!
God.
Yeah, but I've been horrible at this all day. So.
I
You have
assume
reported.
that the site-based bonus from heightened senses still applies, since
Yep.
it says to any test
Nope.
involving sight.
It does.
Seriously, the technology in this area needs to be looked at by a text priest. It's being ridiculously obstinate.
It is.
It's going, F you, I hate you.
In that case, Francesca gets on. As the moment that happens, she gets on the what's it called? The tech, the comm bead to the men in the
Chimera.
Chimera. Tells them to get to maximum distance for their multi-laser, while we stay where we or we don't stay where we are. We need to go back to the Chimera as well, and then I instruct them to blast the doors. There is no way I am leaving this place in the hands of Xenos, and we cannot get in. I'm going to kill them while I'm going to kill them before I let them have this place.
Right. So that's you say that to the men back in the Chimera.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Well.
AJ had a question for you, Heine.
Well. So.
That's annoyingly close, though.
Yeah, it is. Except. It was either search or tech use. If you also want to use search, you need to spend more time doing it.
Yeah, okay.
So
But that's kind of the point. Is we can take as long as we really want. I thought we had to use one.
Well, you can also
use. No, we need to find that place. So as I said, if it is possible to continue searching, then she's not going to tell the people out there to do that. Then she's simply going to continue looking.
Okay, cool. Well, so here's the thing. If you're going to take as much time as it takes, and
Yes.
you're not worried about any time,
The women downstairs are almost certainly dead by now, and even if they are not, there's nothing we can do to get to them faster.
right? Then you do in fact find a well, let's call it a secret entrance,
Yes.
because of course they have alternate means of entering should the cathedral fall.
Yeah.
Because the vault is pretty much it's an important
Obviously.
part of the abbey. So they're going to get in there no matter what, and so you absolutely do find an alternate entrance in one of the surrounding churches.
Yes.
And so you spend a lot of time finding this place or this entrance.
Yes.
And basically it's your standard sliding panel that leads down into dank tunnels.
Yes.
And they are narrow, especially considering you have a Sister of Battle walking amongst you in power armor and so on.
Now,
so
she's going to have to sidle through it, no question.
Yeah.
On the
So
other hand, there have been sisters militant here, so I assume it's not too narrow.
no, it's not too narrow because you, like you said, the Sisters of Battle, you can walk regularly, but no more than you can't walk two abreast.
No, I didn't imagine. So I assume, unless any of the others complain loudly, that Francesca will be going first. Again, armor.
Yeah.
I'm fine with her going first. I don't want to get shot.
That makes sense.
Yes, you really need to invest in some proper armor, Tim.
I have proper armor.
Clearly not enough.
Also, Akalon.
Yes.
This is a bit of a retro thing. Could you roll me another willpower test, please?
Sure. No modifiers?
No modifiers.
For the love of God Almighty.
Okay. So when you guys enter this church where the secret entrance is located, just as you're about to step over the threshold into the church, or Akalon, you look up at the cathedral, and you're not quite aware what it is that makes you do this, except when your gaze looks beyond the cathedral up to the statue of the emperor himself, because standing behind the emperor, this massive 100-meter tall statue of the emperor embracing Port Calling, is another figure, a black armored skeleton. And this skeleton puts a blade to the stone emperor's throat and cuts it, and blood pours from this gaping wound in the emperor statue's throat and down onto the ground, and it's basically a what's it called? A tidal wave of blood that rushes toward you, and just as this blood reaches you where you stand, the vision ends, and you stand. There's no blood. There's no black armored figure. Nothing. Just the statue of the emperor as it has. It's always been.
We get closer to one of this icon we seek. These things mean only doom.
We need to get down there.
Let's go.
Lead on.
Okay, and that's when you enter that church and find the hidden entrance and enter into these narrow hallways, and you start moving downward, because it does move downward, down to the walls, of course. And soon you come out of this narrow side entrance, and you come into a much wider corridor. This one is decorated with all kinds of iconography holy to the emperor, and you're able to walk side by side now, and you continue walking, and you make a few turns, and that's when you hear the screams.
Fear screams, owie screams, or yay, let's kill these fuckers screams.
A bit of both.
Might still be alive then, at least some of them. Obviously. Time to...
Speed up and shoot everything.
Yes. Precisely.
Okay.
Large screen on the dais.
And I'm kind of hoping we're gonna get the drop on these assholes, seeing as we're coming in from, an entrance they are unlikely to know about.
Well, so the corridors you're walking down now are the
They're the
regular corridors that lead down to the vault.
True, but if they are down there, there's still a chance. If they're busy torturing someone, there's still a good chance that we might be able to get the drop on.
Yeah, sure. So, do you run? Are you trying to be stealthy, or how do you approach this?
I can't be stealthy. I can't really be stealthy, but I'm gonna let the others. I'm gonna wait while the others take up position. And then I'm going to, try to move forward stealthily, but we've tried that before and we know it's not really something I'm good at.
No.
So I'm going to make sure that the others are in a position to open fire the moment one of these creatures come at us.
Okay. So, and the others are trying to be stealthy, is what I heard.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, so roll some stealthy, please.
Do we have any bonuses? I mean, they are, after all, kind of,
yes,
hopefully kind of busy killing stuff.
Yes, and as you approach whatever it is that's going on, the screams become louder and louder, and not just because you're approaching.
No.
There is an increase in volume.
Tim will want to find somewhere to set up. Again, he likes his vantage points.
We are underground, but you might set up at the end of a hallway.
Yes, that's true. I was hoping, perhaps it ends into a large cave or something.
Yeah. So,
So silent move or conceal?
silent move.
Any
Right.
modifier?
Plus 20.
Oh shit.
It's at least a reasonable chance for the rest.
Ta-da!
Damn it, Tim.
Okay, I'm gonna try it as well, obviously.
It also says your target is.
Oh, oops! What
zero.
the hell? Wrong roll. Sorry.
What did you say?
stat.
What did you say, AJ?
Yeah,
Roll
that's
a
wrong.
7. So I have a success of 7.3.
That is
That's
very
nice.
cool.
Mine rolled with target 0.
That's not
What the hell?
possible.
Oh, right. Okay.
No, but it still did. It still gave a. Is your target? Is that 36?
For me?
Yeah.
Mine is being. Oh, sorry. Please.
For silent move with the plus 20. No, that's 60.
Huh.
You rolled a
Yeah.
96, so
mine
it didn't
is
work.
Mine is screwing up as well, as you can see. But it's. I mean, the roll is still under what it would be if I roll silent. If I have plus 20 and then minus 10 for power armor, so I have to roll under 26.
Well, you do roll a 5.
Yeah.
Well, so for Tim, it says that you rolled, as far as I can tell, 96.
Yeah, he did.
Where do you see that?
I
When
found
you
it.
hover your
Yeah.
thingy above it, the last thing is 96
yeah.
in
I
a
hovered over the wrong
parenthesis
thing,
slash 10.
That's why.
Yeah.
I was hovering over the wrong thing, that's why.
Okay. Okie dokie. And
And Aka rolled
yeah.
78.
Okie dokie.
But Francesca rolled a 5.
It's like, what the fuck?
So Medea and Francesca are very quiet.
Yes, apparently, and Tim and Akalon less so.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
So you guys sneak down some more corridors, and you approach the source of the screams, and you round a corner, and Sister Francesca, you realize what this is immediately. You're basically looking into the there's always this large room, and where people can muster before going into the vaults themselves. And this is it. That's what you're looking into. The thing is, someone basically took the vaults and removed it, so you can actually see the other entrances to the vaults on the other side. The vault itself isn't there. It's just...
No, that's what I understood from what the other Sister of Battle said.
Yep.
But that does not mean that we can't kill these creatures, because there is still such a thing as revenge.
Yes.
And if even one of these sisters can be saved and survive, I mean, we do have Akalon and his healing. If even one of them can survive, we have an eyewitness we can bring back.
Yes. And it's also worth noting that hovering in that space hole left when someone took the vault and wandered off, apparently some titanic giant thing, hovering in the middle of this empty space is a cube, a black cube with purple electricity coursing over it.
Yeah. Well,
Now in the room, this ante-room-ish, are several sisters of Adeptus Sororitas. They're all strung up on the walls, and torturing them with immense glee are 6 of the individuals similar to the individuals you fought earlier. That is spiked armor and so on.
Yeah.
All of them are wearing their helmets.
Right.
But
So-
apparently they
Yeah.
haven't noticed you.
Medea is almost vibrating with want to murder these things.
She looks at her sisters with and just for a moment she thinks, okay, there is no way to save them anyway. What we have got to do here is kill these, and we know how fast they move. I have 10 frag grenades on me on a belt, on a lanyard. They are all going in there at once.
Okay. Interesting.
I am going to blow every last one of them to so many small pieces. It is not even funny. And my sisters are going to be put out of their misery. There is no way we can save them against 6 of them. They're way too dangerous.
Well, so here's the thing. Do you communicate this to the others, or do you just plan to go ahead? Because then we
No,
need
I mean,
initiative.
she takes out the lanyard and just, quickly turns her head to look at the others, holds up her other hand so as to say, stop, and then she throws it in. That's all she does. Then she throws it in.
Medea mouths, and I thought I were insane.
So here's what I need you to do. I'm going to need you to provide me with some damage from all the 6 grenades. You had 6,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Yes.
No, I have 10.
10. Oh, okay, cool. So damage from all 10. That's a lot of d10s you need to roll.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's 20 d10s.
Yes,
it is.
indeed. Fortunately,
Yes.
Roll20 allows you to do that in a rather convenient
In a
manner.
rather convenient manner, yes.
Plus 4 for each, right?
I think so, yes.
Yes. So that's 20 plus...
40?
You can just type 20 d10 and
Yes, 20 d10, but then we'll add how much to that? Did we say 40?
Yeah,
40.
4 for one for each, so that's 40.
Yes. Roll 20 d10
Oh,
plus 4.
shit.
Go. 153 damage. I am taking these assholes and I am performing ancient Russian combat technique: dissolve enemy in original atoms.
So here's the
This
thing.
is when we realize they are all so fucking fast. They're just running amongst all the fragments and does not get killed.
Yes. Here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Joan, could you roll me a D100 and tell me if you roll low or high?
I roll high.
I hope that's the
Roll low.
case.
Still have 8 points.
Yeah, you roll low.
Well, that depends on how low.
Well, it's if you said you roll low, then that's enough for you to actually roll low.
All
Well,
right,
she
then
said
roll-
she'd roll high, and then
Oh,
she rolled
did
a
you?
38.
Did you?
Yeah, I said
Oh,
I'd roll
sorry. I thought you said low. Sorry, I heard low. Okay, so that's not a good thing.
Well, then I'll reroll.
Okay.
I might as well.
Yeah.
Ah, that's even worse.
So
Someone
It's just like, oh, it's a D100, I have to roll low. Be happy for me! Yay!
well, on the bright side, all 6 Dagilda die in the blast. There's simply no way they can't die. Even the +40 was enough to kill them all. And the sisters of Battle who are also with them being
vaporized.
tortured, they are also toast. The thing is, this creates an explosion, a powerful explosion. And first of all, I'm going to provide or give you guys some damage as well because of the blast. That these 10 grenades.
I mean, there is a
basically
large
provide.
cavity beyond it that can absorb a good deal of it. Otherwise,
Yes. Yes,
if we
there
had
is.
been in a small concealed room, this would have turned us into paste.
Yes, exactly. But let's see. Armor and toughness, of course, subtract to this damage. 14 minus toughness and armor.
That is 1 point of damage for me.
And the rest of you?
Calculating.
Okay, cool.
That's 8 points of damage for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was further back though.
Yeah, but still not far
Okay,
enough.
No.
This
Okay, fair
this-
enough. No, I just. wanted
Yeah,
to
sure.
be
It's
sure.
Well, Medea is very bloody, but she still just stares at him, at Francesca. And then she actually says it. If I actually felt it, I would probably say, ow.
Ow!
Thank you, Tim.
And what about Akalon? What kind of damage does he take?
He takes 5 points of damage out of a total of 15, so
Ow.
Well, Medea lost 5 too, but she doesn't actually feel the pain, she just sees all the blood in her face, so...
And there was one thing I hadn't considered, which is the large
the
cavity.
explosions that's already in there.
Well, what I hadn't considered was the large space where the vault used to be. So that actually helps mitigate some of the power of this blast, and it means that it doesn't affect the explosives upstairs.
Good. Because that
That's
was
good.
my initial thought with, yeah, great, and now she explodes that, and then everyone dies here, and then the entire cathedral goes with it, and we're
Yep.
buried down here. Perfect.
Yes, that was basically what the 100 was for. So, Joan, I'm going to say you haven't spent it because I hadn't considered the cavity
Okay.
as you mentioned. You still
you.
take the damage though.
Yeah. I imagined. And,
That
and
one
at this
point
point,
of damage.
At this point, Francesca takes off her helmet and looks at the others, and there's a look on her face that none of them have seen before. There is a look of complete, just utter coldness on her face. It is chilling. And she looks at the others and says, "We are still alive. They are not."
That is correct.
There is a cube for us to bring. And then she flares up and goes forward to take it because, as we know, that is the safest way to transport these things.
Yes. Well, here's the question though. How does she intend to grab a hold of this cube that's basically hovering in the center of what used to be the vault?
She will take out one of her bolter magazines and, remove the bolts from within it.
Sure.
Store them in a pouch or something.
Yeah.
And then she will grab it. Basically, it's hovering, as you said.
Yes, but unless her arms are hundreds of meters long, she won't be able to reach it.
Oh, right. Well, in that case, we have then obviously she's not going to do it that way.
No.
But there is. You said it's hundreds of meters long.
Yeah. So basically, the entire area where the vault used to be, and the vault is itself extremely massive. So, and it's hovering right dab in the middle of it.
That makes sense. But in that case, the thing we need to do first is she doesn't flare up in that case.
No. Okay, cool.
But in that case, what we need to do is find the armory. There might be something there we can use.
Okay. Cool. So you go to find the armory, and
Yes.
again, you do have all the time you need to find this.
Yes.
And
I think before she leaves, it should be said, before she leaves this room, she looks at the 4 spots where her sisters were hanging and says, rest in the lights of the Emperor, you will go to his right hand. And then, she reads a brief, or recites a brief prayer for the fallen. And then, again, there is just total impassivity on her face, and she will just, turn around and go look for them.
I like the fact that you say the spots where there are, because I don't think there is a whole person in there.
No, there really isn't.
There is a lot of jam on the floor.
Yes.
Yes.
It's kind of sad for the sisters that they have to mingle that way with all the icky elders.
Yeah.
Yes. On the way there, by the way, while we walk, I think she will look at Achelon and say, I think you may benefit, and so will the others, from your healing ability, if at all.
Small.
I don't hurt, so don't bother with me.
I can't hear what you just said.
Yes.
Okay. Achelon will probably first. Achelon will probably say, join in the prayer with Francesca.
Mm-hmm.
But he's pointedly not looking at her at the moment because he's feeling very conflicted.
Okay.
And then he hisses as she says that. He says, "Small comfort."
What do you mean? Out with it. Would you have preferred to face 6 of those creatures in open combat? I guarantee you, we would be either on the walls with my sisters now or dead.
I know full well.
Then I did what had to be done. It is that simple. I regret that the rest of you were injured or wounded in the blast. I could not risk them surviving. There is a massive cavity in there that took a good deal of the blast. If I'd thrown 1 grenade in there, we would probably still have had 5 of them in our face. We are alive, they are not.
It was the right thing to do.
Thank you, Tim.
Yes, it was.
I do not enjoy having had to. 4 of my brothers, the Emperor's side. It is a heavy burden to bear. It's something I will carry with me for the rest of my life. But it had to be done.
I know. I'm not blaming you. I am not making an enemy of you in this. It hurts me particularly. I might have known some of these people for all I know.
Probably did.
Doesn't matter.
were your friends and my sisters. And they were at least given a merciful exit. That is the comfort we need to take this. Now let's find the armory. There are likely... I do not think that the Xenos would have any interest in our weaponry or our equipment. There is a good chance there's still some of it, even most of it, left.
Should I stay behind and keep an eye on the object?
No, we need all eyes on him. And I really do not think there are more of them here. If there had been, they would have been in there helping with the travesty that we just... Let us...
How sure are you of that?
Very. Very. And even if I'm wrong, I will not leave Tim behind alone. Face however many may be there. Without the rest of us, we did that once and nearly went horribly wrong. Again, Akalon, please, not telling you, I'm asking you, please help heal your comrades and yourself.
Of course.
Leah stops very suddenly, looks puzzled for a moment, shakes her head and starts walking again.
What was that, Medea?
Nothing.
That is a lie.
I think it's just the ringing from the explosion. Something felt weird in my ears.
What felt weird in your ears? Did you hear something perhaps from the cube, or
Maybe.
what did
Not
you
sure.
hear? What did you hear? Please. We need to know.
Not sure.
Medea, how long is it going to take for you to start doing the rest of it?
What?
Break out when you don't speak up, Jim.
I said, Medea, how long is it going to take for for you to start trusting the rest of us? We cannot have secrets in a situation like this. What did you hear?
Well, she's gone quiet, as if she's listening to something completely different. What was
Perfect.
that?
Perfect timing. Is that your
I see.
cat?
Hey, Sherlock.
So we head to the armory.
Okay.
Yes.
Basically had enough right now.
Oh my god!
One.
Little kitty cat!
Hold on a second. Right. Okay. Akalon, when he looks at Tim as he's doing these, he says 2 heals, one on Medea and one on himself. I need to
She
do.
will evade his heal. I'm fine. I don't feel the pain. Concentrate on Tim and yourself.
Well, that creates a problem for the second roll I've made, because that means it automatically has to go to Tim, and I've already
Not
healed him.
really. I mean, how is she going to evade it? It's a psychic power.
That's a good point.
Doesn't he have to touch me?
Actually, let's check.
Don't think so.
No, I need to be.
Nope.
I need to be within 10 meters of you, so I can
Yeah.
do it at range.
I think Tim chimes in as well. You are wounded, however, and it might affect your performance. You should be healed.
Doesn't matter if you can feel the damage or not.
Okay, that's 3 points to both myself and to Medea. And as for Tim, Akalon says to him, I've already healed you once with my abilities. I've discovered that if I do it more than once within a certain amount of time, it can just as easily do damage to you as repair it.
I see.
So I get healed anyway?
You do.
With how much?
3 points.
Remind me, someone who knows stuff. What is it Stim does?
Just check. Hurry. But I think we would still be walking towards the as I said, the armory at this point.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. While you look for that, so you go to find the armory, and you do find it eventually. It takes a couple of more hours. It is also well hidden. What's that?
Before that,
Mm-hmm.
and wow yourself. Medea stops and then tugs at Francesca's sleeve. I think I know what it is now.
Okay, what was it?
It's the cube trying to make me take it.
Yeah. You know what? Good thing that you didn't. Well done.
I think it wouldn't answer me.
No, but it's a very good thing that you do it. I'm really, seriously, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Let's go to see if we can find something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It says here it lasts 3d10 rounds. During this time, a character ignores any negative effects to their characteristics from damage or critical damage and cannot be stunned. It doesn't actually heal you.
Okay, in that case, there's no reason to use it.
Nope.
So, what is Tim's toughness out of character?
35. I mean, if Akalon says that, Tim says, I see. In that case, I trust that you best know the limitations of your powers.
It's not the limit of my powers, it is the endurance of your flesh that is the concern.
I like the
Mm-hmm.
Let us continue for now in that case.
Yes. We shall see if we can find something among the supplies around the armory.
There is a possibility, but we do need to find that place. So you said it took a couple of hours?
Yes, it takes a couple of hours, and then you do find the armory. The armory is a sprawling place. It is unlike anything you've ever seen before. It even not even the armory back at the Tricorn is this large.
No.
And every single item in here is either set in some kind of stasis field, securely locked away, or otherwise well protected and well preserved. Basically, this is the equipment for each and every one of the sisters living here.
Yeah.
The battle gear.
I mean, I assume that a lot of their battle gear has been used during the attack, but
yes, but there is still a lot here that hasn't been used yet, or been used. In addition, there is a second layer or level which contains the Abbey's heavy vehicles, their tanks and so on.
Are there any of them that are still intact?
Yes, everything is intact.
Medea, you can drive a ground vehicle, can't you?
Yep. I got us here, didn't I?
Yes, you did, but I believe that in all likelihood, there's one of the guardsmen out there who would be able to drive that thing back. The what is it called? The Chimera, but I keep forgetting the name of it. And
Yep.
And then Francesca looks at Medea and says, "That one," and she points to an immolator.
Well, what is that?
That is a tank with a turret-mounted, twin-linked heavy flamer. And she said, "We're bringing that one, and I'm letting the others know when we get back. The armor is still needs to be recovered. We're bringing this one back with us." And then she looks, incidentally, while tells the others, "Please see if we can find something here that we can use to retrieve that cube all the way out there where it is." And then while they go looking for that, Francesca will see if there's any relic weapons, any relic armor that needs to be retrieved as well. And I think, by the way, that we're getting close to finishing for tonight. But
Yes. I'm just going to write a whisper. Okay, so there's plenty of relic equipment here as well.
that can also be, we can bring that and store it. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a Rhino chassis. It should be able to contain such things.
Yes. The problem is though that the relic items, the relic armor and weapons and all that.
Yeah.
You don't have the clearance to remove the protections.
I imagine I don't.
So it's really just a matter of it's going to take longer even than you've already spent here to find the proper going to the abbess's quarters and so on to find
yeah. But I'm at that point. Okay, in that case, Francesca is going to once again contact the men out in the in the Chimera and tell them to start, get ready to hunker down. This is going to take a while. We have encountered the enemy and defeated them, but we have also found relics that need to be recovered, and it will take time to do so. So, we will be here for a while longer. You use whatever rations you have brought, that sort of thing.
They acknowledge your command. And what do you do then?
Take the time it requires.
Your evil highness, I'm trying to save the entire conversation. You know how much that spells out the kingdom area?
We need to recover these things. It's absolutely crucial that they are not left behind.
Okay.
So that is a priority, and of course, as I said, finding something that we can use to get to that, a grappling hook on a line or something. I don't know, something along those lines.
That is easily acquired.
Something we can shoot out there and catch this thing with and pull it back.
Yes. Exactly.
And when that is done, then when we've found that thing before we use it, that's when we're going to have to get all the relic equipment together.
Yep. Okay, so before you actually use it to retrieve this cube.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, so basically you do this. You gather up all the relic items that are present in the armory and store them in the thing.
The immolator.
Yes, the immolator. And just as you're about to head back to the down to where the vault used to be, your vox speed flares up, and you hear a voice saying, "Everyone, share." And I think that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Yes. Will be.
So.
Hope you wrote down the last thing, otherwise we'll never know what it actually meant. Yourself.
We do have the option next time we are here. We have the option of actually getting up there if there is a fight with additional armor.
Yes, you do have quite the armor.
And I should really, really like to face Dark Eldar with twin-linked heavy flamers, because you cannot. I don't even have to roll to hit.
Nope. So that's it for this session. I think we've had some combat. We've had some role playing. I think we'll land somewhere near 400. Let's say 400.
Woo, 400.
Yes.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Joan, I shall need your help afterwards.
Yes, and that also means that if I spend all 400, or we spend all 400, we go up a rank.
That is why I'm going to need your help. Because
Yes,
I'll have to decide on a path.
I will definitely help you with that, but I also need to figure out what the rank I'm going to. I just just for the shits of it, I want to see what rank I get up to. Holy shit! Okay.
So
yes.
For our dear viewing or listening audience, we thank you for listening in, and we hope you've had a good time. And until next time, which should be, well, never mind, because you may not be listening to this in it as they come out. So we'll be back.
We will be back, yes.
And until that happens, until you see us next time, bye.
Bye!
Right.